In today's video, we're doing a test of the SHOKZ OpenRun Pro 2 open ear headphones. The reason we're doing it this way is because I want to show you a comparison between these new headphones here and the originals that I had before, which is the OpenRun Pro. And I want to be able to show you the difference in the audio, if there is any, for what the microphone actually picks up. As we know, it doesn't have a whole lot of like noise cancellation for the background, but that's okay. What I want to see is the difference in the audio that it picks up for me talking, as well as the background noise, and to be able to give you an idea of what it's like to have these headphones. Now, I actually love wearing these headphones because they keep the ears open, as you can see, so I can still talk to you and hear everything around me, plus have music or something in the background if I wanted to. This is one of the many benefits of having the open ear capability, is to be able to sit here like I am now and be able to walk around and still hear everything happening around me, like the cars going down the road and the plane that's about to circle overhead. Because as someone that's vision impaired, who commonly uses a mobility cane, it is extremely beneficial to be able to hear the environment around me, so I know I'm not going to get hit by a car or somebody on a bike or anything else. It also gives me the ability to hear my cane going across the ground, whether it's in the grass or on pavement or tile or whatever it is, to get that audio feedback. Alright, we are doing a comparison of the SHOKZ OpenRun Pro versus the OpenRun Pro 2. This way you can see the difference between what it sounds like with the original headphones and the new and improved headphones. As you can tell, these ones are the original style with the dark color for the body, and the new ones are colored in a bright, like hunter orange. Alright, now I've got a lot of traffic that's going by. I have a tree that is filled with singing birds, and a plane that's about to circle overhead, which is a nice thing because it will help you see the difference versus this headset versus the other headset with the same kind of background noise, such as the plane that's about to go overhead, the cars in the background, and the birds singing in the tree. And then with me shifting around the way that I'm looking and the way that I'm talking into the camera, should be able to give you some kind of audible difference. Because I know when I just listened to a moment ago, there was a noticeable shift in the audio. Now, of course, that could be because of having them on and having my hat close to them. It could be because of being hooked up to this phone. It could be a number of different things that cause these little differences, but that's why we're doing these tests. This way you can get a good, accurate representation of what these products are capable of doing. Now, I will say that when it comes to these headphones, I like these ones too. I absolutely swear by using SHOKZ headphones, and that is because, for the simple fact that whether you're vision impaired or disabled or not, you have the capability of listening to your environment around you, whether you're listening to music or talking on the phone or recording a video like this or whatever. This gives you that ability to have your ears open and still be able to hear. And these new headphones actually have a couple new improvements, and I absolutely love them. Way to go, SHOKZ, on this. On the previous headphones, when you would listen to music or have a phone call, the earbuds here would actually vibrate a little bit from the audio going through the speakers. And they didn't have a whole lot of bass to them. Now here with this pair, they've actually increased the volume by 3 decibels, and they also improved the bone conduction, so it's not just bone conduction, it is now bone conduction and air conduction. The air conduction helps with removing the vibration from the earpiece, as well as improving the bass quality that you are getting through the headphones. So now I can sit here and I can crank my music up, and you can actually hear bass to it, rather than it being kind of like a muffled bass where it was just a little bit over the treble of the audio. And I absolutely love it. Now, one thing I will state is that if you do have these on at max volume, the highest that your phone or device will let them go, you can at times, not depending on the audio that you're listening to, like for an example would be like a heavy metal or hard rock kind of music, it does get a little bit loud to the point to where it's a little hard to hear the environment around you. But you still have that capability, even though it's just muffled a little bit more. So, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with it. Now, one noticeable difference between these headphones and the Pro 2 version is the vibration in the headphones themselves at the earbud when you're listening to music or on a video or a phone conversation. You'll get a little bit of vibration in the earpiece themselves. Now, with the new version, you don't get that vibration at all, even on max volume. So that's why we're doing these tests like this, so you can hopefully get a good comparison in the audio between the OpenRun Pro and the OpenRun Pro 2. And I should also note that these are both the mini versions, because I've got a slightly small head. Just saying. And they fit very comfortably for me. I love these things. One thing I have noticed though, however, is the difference in the battery life between the OpenRun Pro 2 and the OpenRun Pro. The OpenRun Pro 2 do seem to use a little bit more battery power compared to the OpenRun Pro original. On the original, I could charge them and let them sit for a day or two, and I'd still have 3/4 of a battery roughly, and then I could use them for 8 to 10 hours. Now with the OpenRun Pro 2, with these ones here, I can charge them. It takes only about 45 minutes to an hour roughly in my experience, and I can use them non-stop, transitioning between music and talking on the phone and everything else in between, and they don't seem to last as long. Now, that may just be because of the downtime in between, There's a multitude of factors that could play into why they don't seem to last the full 8 hours or so compared to the other ones. Now, I guess that could also be because of the amount of processing it has to do for the additional 3 decibels and the air conduction for the bass improvement, stuff like that. But I'm not going to complain. I absolutely love these headphones. Now I'm staying quiet just for this second so you can hear the difference in audio between not talking and talking with the background. I'm curious myself because there are a ton, and I mean a ton, of little birds up in these trees that are just talking away. And usually we have a few birds that are around the house and talking, but these ones right now, this is huge. There's at least a good 20 or more birds up in these trees right now talking up a storm. I think it's beautiful. I hope you can hear them in the background. What I'm talking about, there are all kinds of little birds up in these 2 trees right here, and they are talking. If I were to give them a rating between 1 and 5 stars, 5 being absolutely perfect, I would give these 4 3/4. We're just gonna take off like 1/4 of a star for the little bit of loss for the battery power to be able to last as long as the old set. Otherwise, I give these things 5 stars hands down. They are awesome, easy to use, easy to charge, easy to pair with your device, whether it's a phone or a computer or other Bluetooth device. They're absolutely awesome. And you're probably going, well, why did you get the orange ones? And that's because I wanted one to be able to have the ability to tell my 2 different headsets apart because of having the OpenRun Pro and now having the OpenRun Pro 2, which this is one of 3,000 try it before you buy it headsets. So I'm one of the first 3,000 people to actually have a pair before everybody else got them. And I love them. They're awesome. I figured getting the orange ones makes it easier to compare the 2 different headsets to each other, so I can pick and choose which ones I'm gonna wear for the day. And then it also gives the ability for those around me to know that I'm actually wearing headphones, because I know a few people have asked about what's going on and not realizing that I've got headphones on and I might be listening to music or talking on the phone and not paying attention to them. So now they can actually tell that I actually have something on and may not be paying attention to them for a reason. But I hope you enjoyed this little product testing comparison. If you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos and more. And we'll see you in the next episode.